So the very first test prep material that I ever used was Kaplan. It was okay. I don't think it was the greatest, and at $1,300, it's clearly not worth it. I took the online version because I was misinformed by the Kaplan representative and pretty much had no choice. And so that's why I took the online one. Originally, I wanted to take the in-person, in-class course where you have to go into the classroom, there's an actual instructor, there's other students there, and you learn and study together. Had I taken that, and I think it was like only $100 more, I may have had a better experience with Kaplan. But the online one, as a self-motivated studier myself, it just wasn't that great. And here are the reasons why. So the first reason why Kaplan was just okay for me is because if you don't have a solid foundation in your sciences, then Kaplan won't be very beneficial for you. At that point when I took the course, it had been like 3 or 4 years since I'd taken general chemistry. So for that section, I didn't know, I didn't remember anything from Gen Chem. Kaplan, is more of a review material and more test-taking strategy sort of a resource rather than, giving you all the knowledge and the foundation that you should know going into the prep course. So because of that, it was a little difficult for me. I had to refer back to my old textbooks and notes and things like that. I used a lot of Khan Academy because the videos on Kaplan weren't that great. So if I have to use other resources and I'm paying $1,300, I don't think that that's very worth it for me in my book. Another reason why I didn't like Kaplan very much is their customer support. And what I mean by that is whenever I had a question, I would have to email this special email address and tell them the question, put a screenshot of the question and the answer and whatever. And it took them, no joke, at least 4 business days before they got back to me. Most of the time, it actually took an entire week before I got any sort of response back. And that was frustrating for me because, I'm studying something specific and I want to know the answer, but having to wait that much time, a week later, I either forgot about the question, I already found the answer to the question, or I just don't care anymore. And so having to wait that long, not having immediate support, that really sucked. Perhaps having an actual instructor would have been different and I could have asked them right then and there. So maybe this review should be more geared specifically for the online Kaplan course. Third reason why I'm not too fond of Kaplan is that I didn't feel like I learned very well using their online interface. So how the prep course is set up is there's different modules and you go through this lesson book that comes with the course and you go through each module and it jumps around from different sections of the DAT exam. So, one day it'll be chemistry, the next day it's organic chemistry, and it changes like that. And you eventually get through the entire course utilizing this lesson book. So I know that Kaplan has very specific strategies that they teach and encourage, their users to utilize. But I found it a little tedious because the activities and the modules that they had required you to go through the questions using their strategy. And sometimes I found their strategy is not very effective or not very applicable to a certain question. So having to use that in their stepwise manner was a little annoying, and it didn't give you the freedom and the flexibility to try out different things. And so it's a very set course for those of you who need that and need to be, have a set schedule and whatnot. Kaplan may work for you, but for me, it was okay. If I had to put it on a scale from 1 through 10, 10 being awesome, 1 being boo, I think I would give Kaplan a 5.